you're gonna bounce it too. You're gonna bounce the screen off and on, or no? Okay. Tell me when. What's up? What's up? What's up? I got something new today. I got something new. I did a bike video, BMX bike video, a couple years back on this platform, and yeah, we're gonna do something again. I'm gonna do it again with a different bike. This is, by the way, in my circle, and I'm Ralph, and also known as GJ Noise. And usually I talk about guests, you know, different political, topics, different topics. But I'm going to talk about today my 1985, that's right, Diamondback bike. The cool story about this is that I was kicking tires, looking on eBay, and I wasn't even in the market to purchase or buy a bike. If you know me personally, you know that I have somewhat of a collection. So I'm not looking for another bike. This guy just picked up another Diamondback. So the deal was just too good to be true. The listing was a new listing. It was a certain amount of money. And I said, well, this is too good to be true. The only con to the Pro was I had to go 2.5 hours away to pick up the bike. And so I said, I want to go get this bike. And I offered, what I offered. I didn't even put a bid. And 3 days later, I went to pick up this bike 2.5 hours away from my house. And Ruben, you could lower it a little bit in the back, a little bit. You could lower it a little bit. Good? Hey, perfect. Thanks. I just I don't want the singing to overlap the talking, and I don't want the copyright. I don't want the copyright cops to come after us. So I went 2.5 hours away to pick this bike up, and at first I thought I was crazy, but again, the price was too good to pass up. And we're talking about 1985 Diamondback bike. When I got there, the couple said this was my son's when he was a kid. He's about this such and such age. I'm like in my head, well, I'm the exact age right now. So they said, oh, is this going to be for your son? I said, oh no, this is going to be for me. I'm going to ride this. And they looked at me like I was like crazy. But they told me this was their son's that they purchased in the 80s. And so you do the math. In 85, purchased for the son, an older couple. You sooner realize this has been either a garage kept or put away in a basement somewhere or an attic. Somewhere it was put away. Because as you can see, there's little to no flaws. I mean, it's wear and tear. It is 40 years old. We're talking about 40 years old, that this thing is still in impeccable, like condition. The chain guard is still in near mint condition. The It's the original pedals, the original one-piece crank, the original seat. Diamondback is still legible. You know, the original handlebars, brakes, Diacom brakes. You know, the original reflectors. Sometimes when you see these bikes, they're broken off. They're no longer there, but everything is original. Original chain. I mean, the only thing I would say that is not original is the Skyway mags. Everybody knows in the 80s and 90s, everybody knew Skyway mags were the thing. And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to, before you see, you know, this, I took, before, when I said this bike was original, yes, it was. It had the original steel spoked rims, you know, with a set of the Duro tires. You know, the bike was just think about, take the mags off and put a steel pair of rims. That exactly would it be. It was just a regular BMX bike. You put the Skyway mags. I took the Skyway mags, put them on. I put the dice on the wheel caps. I got the grips. I put the new, you know, the original Diamondback grips. They're like black and tan. You know, if you Google old, you know, old school Diamondbacks, you know, you can see some of their old grips. That was on it. So the only couple things I put on were the mags and the grips. Everything else is original, and I think it looks a lot better with the mags. That thing looks 100 times better than what it looked like. And I'm in my 40s, so the story behind the Diamondback was when I was a say 5, 6 year old, 7 year old. My mom would send me to the neighborhood store, you know, the little deli, bodega, whatever, to pick her up cigarettes. Well, if my mom didn't have cigarettes, she would literally see, you know, you know, she would literally see, you know, some of the neighborhood kids. Hey, Ruben, you can cut the song or just very low. Yeah, yeah. Um, she would see, you know, some neighborhood kids on BMX bikes. I mean, the BMX bikes had these types of mags, and these were the type of bikes that these these older kids were riding in the neighborhood. And she would say, "Hey, can you give him a ride to the corner store to get me a pack of cigarettes? He's got the money. Just ride him up." Me walking would be 25 minutes. I'm walking, you know, two big blocks, two regular blocks. I mean, I'm 7 years old. You know, I got to walk across a busy street and walk down the street to the store. And we had hoped that the store owner would give me the cigarettes because back then, talking about the 80s, it was still illegal. But times weren't that crazy. There was no videos. There was no video cameras. There was no inspectors that were like, "Oh, we got you selling cigarettes to underage." No, you know, the neighborhood was a different time. It was a different place to live. It wasn't so uptight. So you know, we didn't have helmets, or we had helmets, but we just didn't ride them. So I would get on the handlebars or the pegs, and they would take me to the corner store and get my mom some cigarettes and bring me back. And these bikes, I remember they were Diamondbacks and bikes like this. So the connection to my childhood, you know, now you understand how, you know, I'm kicking tires or kicking rocks or whatever, you know, just passing the time, scrolling through eBay, and I seen this bike, and I'm like, this is one of the things I grew up riding on as a child, you know, being taken to the store to get cigarettes, and instantly clicked that this is, you know, this is like one of my childhood memories, an era in the 80s that I remember. And I always told, when I showed this bike to my mom, I was like, hey, you remember these are the type of bikes that these kids would give me rides to the store. She goes, yeah, yeah, this is what they had, and you know, it's kind of cool that you could find, you know, something like this in such great condition. You know, I had to, I have other videos. If you see the other video of the mongoose, I've done since I still have that mongoose as part of my collection. It's an '88, and I put a number plate on there and a pad set, and it looks so. I mean, it looks badass. I might do an updated video in a later time. Um, but today, as you see, I have the Diamondback. I do have a second uh, 85 Diamondback. Um, the aesthetics, everything is the same except um, there's slightly different details, and that's badass too. I mean, I'm just blessed that I was able to get my hands on two, not one, but two 85 Diamondback Vipers in near, you know, I mean, this one's in original shape. The other one, somebody repopped the decal. They put different decal, different year, but I'm not worried about it because it was done tastefully. It was decals. Anybody could do decals. It was just the age appropriate, or I would say the 85 decal wasn't for that. What they put on, you'll see. When I make the video, you'll see. It's just it wasn't for that year. It was an older 84 or 83, so they just put it on an 85. It's all right. I don't mind. Um, the aesthetics and the detail to that bike is totally different. Both bikes have totally different characteristics and details, but they're still 85s and they're still in great condition. This one I just had to bring it in. It just had a different story. I mean, I went a 5 hour drive, right? A 5 hour drive on a beautiful Sunday. My Eagles were playing, and yeah, we see the Eagles are 7-2. We played a tough Green Bay. It was a tough game. It was a short, it wasn't a long. It wasn't a high scoring game. That means it was defense, defense, defense. But yeah, I took this 5 hour drive. 2.5 hour drive there, 2.5 hour drive back. So it wasn't like I sat. I did stop and eat something and then got back on the road. But you see the end result. I mean, this is an amazing piece from the '80s. Where Diamondback was one of the neighborhood bikes you wanted. Growing up, everybody wanted a Mongoose, a GT. When you didn't have, when you didn't have the means, you'd had a Schwinn, you had a Huffy, you had a Kent. Um, you had those bikes. Not saying they were bad, they were part of our childhood, but everybody wanted those Diamondbacks, GTs, the Red Lines, the Mongoose, the Hoffmans, the Robinsons. You know, the Hutch. The the Pipers. I mean, I'm absolutely right. And if you're watching this video, um, please hit the that like button, uh, and comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have what kind of bike you have. I know somebody commented on the other video, and now you know we replied to it. We didn't see the comment till later, but we replied, and we constantly are looking for new comments. Let us know what we could do. Let me know how I can. If you like these kind of videos, I'll continue to do more videos. Um, I'm gonna do on Reels or TikTok. I'm gonna put this on, you know, at 36. second video, and hopefully I do it nice and do it justice. Because it is an excellent bike. It's just the value. You can see the value. Everything is there. I mean, I'm not even going to talk about how much money value it's worth. It's just know that it's a good value. I purchased it at a good price. It is good. It has a good value attached to it. And I bought it. This is something I ride. Um, it's not my everyday. It is one of my go tos now because I just like the old school. I mean, if I'm gonna purchase, go reach out. I mean, go purchase a pair of Skyway mags. You know what I'm saying? Fresh off the internet, get the freewheel. Why not ride it? So every so often I get it out and I ride it, take it for a spin. You know, I've only had it for a month. Excuse me, yawning. Yeah, but I only had it for just a month, and it's an excellent. It's I mean I didn't have to do too much. Had to replace the small decal, but luckily I didn't have to purchase the whole entire decal. It was just a small handlebar decal, and that was it. It was just coming off. I took it off and replaced it. So I mean I didn't have to do too much to this BMX, and yeah. This is my circle, and my name is Ralph, and I'm also known as DJ Noise. And yeah, let me know what you think. Uh, take a take a look at my other videos. Let me know what you think of those videos as well. And yeah, I'm an Eagle fan. Happy my Eagles are doing well. Obviously, if you look at my videos and you're following, you see that I am an Atlanta Braves fan, and kudos to Drake Baldwin for snagging the rookie of the year. Um, we know my Braves didn't do that well this year. The Dodgers won again, the super mega team. They won the World Series. Congrats to them. But again, this is in my circle, and if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share, and comment. Let me know what you think of this video, what you think of the bike, and let me know what you think. Um, my name is Ralph, and this is in my circle, and we're out. I'm out. Have a great one. Until next time, or you'll see. Look out for the next Diamondback video or the next video. Just let us know. All right, and you have a good one. Go Eagles.
Things you can't hide. I wanna know what you're feeling. Tell me what's on your mind.